Yeah, we practice Qigong. We make it part of our lives so that when life suddenly throws a surprise at us, we can deal with it without getting injured or, thrown off our focal track. And I'll give you a quick example. I've been thinking about this lesson that occurred to me. I did a bike ride the other day. I got all the way back home. I was very proud of myself. Went to get off my bike, got distracted, and fell right on my tush. But it occurred to me, here's what I could share with you guys. I didn't have time to think about it, but I did have the innate habit of relaxing. As I fell, I relaxed. So all I have is a bruise. I don't have a broken bone. So I'm very grateful for that. But I thought, what's the lesson in this? I didn't fall while I was doing something fancy. I fell when I was getting off my bike. There's no lesson other than I'm grateful I was relaxed when I fell. So that's what we're working on here. Finding that centered, peaceful, relaxed, not relaxed as in, but relaxed as that term song, relaxed alertness. So take a moment to just stand and find your alignment with gravity. And that will allow your muscles and your tissues to let go of any unnecessary gripping or holding, allowing that tension to start to melt. And we're starting with the alignment in the breath that allows us to find the flow. And that's a great thing to practice. Just this Wuji posture, song, alert, aligned relaxation. You could do a little jiggle. The skeleton and the gelatin, as one of my teachers calls it. So you're gently shaking the bones up and down. And that quicker, gentler, but quicker movement will probably get you to breathe a little bit more muscularly. You'll feel it more. Move your shoulders. We were talking about the feet and the toes earlier. Feel the toes, feel the space between the toes. Feel the padding on the bottom of the foot, which starts to disappear as we get older, right? We lose that padding, but this will at least keep the tissues nice and hydrated in the feet. In our spines, this little vibration gets some chi flowing up and down through the spinal cord, shoulders and neck, right? Shoulders, that's a pretty easy one. We practice dropping. The neck is a little trickier because you want to have that sense of being suspended from above as you bounce. And then once you feel that you're lined up, then you can kind of improvise and maybe a little dog wags its tail. We haven't done that. That's a side to side movement. Sometimes that feels really good. Other times you have to keep it pretty small. Point is, we meet our energy where we're at in the moment. It's always different. On a cold, rainy day, this feels good to me to start off the shaking, getting our chi, our interstitium, our fascia to move. Now come to center. Yeah, there you go. Excellent. Now let's get some chi moving a little more vigorously with making a HAA sigh of relief, letting go. This is sending it to the earth, sending the old stagnant energy to the earth, lifting the heels, lowering them. And the body's first upright, and then we'll move into the pump. Or if your chi is asking you to move into the pump now, Sue, feel free, right? You saw where I was going with this. 2 more, 1 more, right? Woohoo! Pause for a moment. You feel the buzz. Hopefully, you've woken up the chi in your bones. Now we do the pump, which is you can let your body go all the way over. This will bring some more energy into the legs. But if this doesn't feel right to you quite yet, then just maybe add a slightly deeper bend to the knees. Woohoo! This one really gets the glutes, the quads, the hamstrings, the psoas muscles, the back, it gets everything moving. Find a speed that feels just vigorous enough, but slow enough that you are warming your body, not stressing it. You can also keep that exhale, that vocalized exhale. Two more. Last one. And relax, relax. Whew, good. Let's do a little, let's stay with this. Let's stay with this for a moment. Step the feet wider now. So we've warmed up the legs. This will warm them up even further. Little tiger sits in the grass. Okay? Fingers making tiger claws. Exhale, hips go back. Inhale. Looking up. Exhale. Feel the weight of your head surrender to gravity at the bottom. A little flow, but also a big movement in space. Going from the high space up above your fingers into the clouds, through your body into the earth. So this is, again, one of those in the category of between heaven and earth. Inhale, exhale. Feel the lower back starting to get some fluidity. Some of those stiff, achy joints are getting that lubricating synovial fluid to flow. Two more. Good, everybody. Last one. Then cross your paws. Bend your knees. Inhale in a big rainy Memorial Day growl. Ready? Clearing out tension or frustration. Relax. Come center. Oh, that should get your heart going a little. This is a rainy day warm up. Okay. Let's come to a neutral stance. Feel anchored through your feet. Wiggle your toes. Maybe don't roll your feet in and out. Just wiggle your toes. And feel like each of the 10 toes is rooted into the earth. The two heels rooted, and those roots, the stems go all the way up to your lower dantian, right? So you're really anchored like a tree, but then you feel flexible and you can rotate above that anchoring and knock on the door of life. Breathing. Good. Floating the crown of the head up. That looks really good. Give a good tap onto the belly for your digestive energy, right between the kidneys for vitality. And this one works just as well if you do a very small rotation, right? I'm starting to adapt in my own body this shibashi rotation where you just go corner to corner instead of wall to wall. It's whichever one works for you. The eyes, of course, can turn all the way. Good. All right, let's warm up the feet a little. Let's just start with a little cat pause for the feet. We do cat pause for the shoulders, by the way, is when you do this on your shoulders and you squeeze them, right, to pump a little flow. I guess you could do both at the same time, but that would be a little, nah, don't do that. Let's just focus on the feet. Breathing and making your feet very soft and kind of articulating the ankles, the toes, warming them up. Stretching the front of the ankles. And when you lower the foot, that's a really interesting part of the stretch because you lower toe, ball, heel, push, toe, ball, heel, push. Oh, great way to warm up the bottoms of your feet and feel that sensitivity because you want the feet are very sensitive. It's how we feel where our weight is when we're walking or moving. You want to keep that pumping that energy and that awareness into those strong foot muscles, those intrinsic muscles. The structure of the foot is like a basket with these long bones and the muscles woven around them to give you full flexibility. Good. All right, let's see what else. Let's do our figure eights. Okay, so now the feet are nice and strong and open, and we're swirling the chi in a figure eight from the earth up through our roots, up through the ankles, the knees, the legs, breathing. And you could think of this. You could think of this being drawn up into the door of life, the lower dantian, our Jing essence. It's like you're filling the reservoir with that earth energy that keeps us physically healthy and strong. Ooh. And then center. Simple. Ah, circling the shoulders, squeezing and squeezing out stagnant chi. Inhale, exhale. Feel how this moves into the back. So you could do a little sort of spinal cord movement. A little bit of almost a wave even through your spine, if that feels natural. Now, one more. And relax. Pause for a moment, tune in, and kind of register where you feel the circulation. And we're going to guide that circulation that we created up through the neck now. So just simple self-massage on the base of the skull, searching out those points that make you go, ooh, ooh, that's tight. In a happy way, you find them and you go, oh, wow, I can relax that now and I can get some clearer energy exchange between my upper dantian, my thoughts, my intuition, my mental clarity, some more flow between that and my Jing essence, my physical energy. You can now stroke along or massage the jaw. Great acupressure points in the vicinity of your ear. Your ear, of course, also is fabulous, but just occurred to me, if you think of this whole territory, you're going to be finding lots of areas where stress and tension love to take up residence. And the secret of this, like the secret of everything in movement, is to do it regularly enough that it becomes part of you, becomes part of your body's intelligence and awareness. Right in front of the ears. You can, one of the quick ways to do this is you make a peace sign and you put your middle finger in front of your ear and your index finger behind your ear. Do that. And that gets these three big points in the front and ones in the back that run down to behind your jaw. And of course, you could pull on your ears. And interestingly, if you have any issues in your lower body, the wisdom in Qigong, in acupressure and acupuncture is to work on the upper body. So there's some points here that relate to the feet. And also everything else in your body, basically. Can't go wrong. And then, of course, we have the temples. These are gallbladder points. You can do tapping on your head, sometimes called raindrops. Appropriate for this morning. The back of the head. Helping us let go of stress. Helping us kind of metabolize frustration and stress so it doesn't get stuck. Now, talking about cat paws, you could do cat paws, just massage your trapezius muscles. Good. And then shake it out. And come back to our wide stance. Bring the hands together. Slightly, perhaps, drop the chin to free up the neck. And let's do heart. Inhale, heart to the sky. Exhale, heart to the earth. Inhale, neck stays long. Exhale. Inhale, opening the lungs, opening the heart. Exhale, feeling that energy coming in. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Now, little swimming dragon. Shift to the right, hands to the right, and pause right there. Let's all just take a second to check in and feel, are we still vertical? Yeah, looking over that shoulder and then the other way. So we don't lean at the first part of the swimming dragon. Excellent. We're grounded. That knee bends. Breathe. Now this first part, it's fun to get into the fancier part of swimming dragon. But this first part is also fascinating. See if you can feel the twist that's happening in your body. Can you feel all that twist through here? Pushing all the way from the right heel through the left fingers, side to side, from the left heel to the right fingers. Now come to the center. Feel grounded and even. Pushing, this is called powering up the chi. It's a sort of an isometric. The hands push against each other. If you choose to, you can bend your knees a little more and slightly tuck the tail. That allows you to breathe and move some chi into your lower back. Good. And then, we follow the lesson of the dragon, which is this resilience, finding your way around obstacles by building flexibility along with strength. And this is a little bit more improvisational. You can turn as you twist, twist as you turn. You could go lower if you choose. If that doesn't feel good, keep it up a little higher. Feeling, we'll stay here for a while. Try to relax into it. Try a little less hard and just enjoy whatever sensations this is bringing in. Whatever you're feeling in the ribs, the legs, back, the neck. Now come more toward the center because we're going to now swim the energy upward, upward. So now we're bringing that grounded energy upward through the body, through the mind, and we swim right above our heads. Whoa, look at Jill go. Yeah, now we're connecting to those higher realms beyond us. And this morning, just because it feels kind of good and fun, go ahead, cross your thumbs and really stretch. You could even, your shoulders might even stretch up off your ribs. It's like a double picking cherries move. Stretch. And then let the shoulders sink and come back down. Bringing all that out, woo, that yang energy down into your heart, warming up the fire. Ooh, that was pretty good, huh? Felt good. Let's inhale. Exhale. All right, so swimming dragon is a full spectrum of exercises. Breathing, which always brings us into the moment and connects all the parts of us. It's like the glue among the mind, the body, the emotions. The breathing brings it all together, nice and smooth. Now we add a little twist, and this time let's try, now let's do the same thing. Let's do the same thing. Just very simple, but very deep. Meaning the more we relax, the more we feel what we're doing, the deeper into the tissues the energy will be able to flow. Swimming dragon is actually part of Tao Yin, now part of Qigong, but it was a form from the ancient Tao Yin practice. And it's a longevity and flexibility form. Moving the chi through many, many of the meridians all at the same time. And come center. And swim. Very different energy. Smooth. Keep it comfortable. Feeling free to adjust your stance. You want to come into your breath, into your sensations, and out of your mind, your thinking mind. And if you do this practice on your own, you can just stay with this. You could just explore this and find all the, oh my God, there's a wealth of possibilities of ways of moving like a dragon here. But for our purposes, let's now start to swim the energy upward from the heart and the body. It swims upward through the throat, through the eyes, the brain, up above, connecting to the realms beyond us. Inspiration, illumination. You can even rise up under your toes if that's available. And then lower the heels, soften the knees, draw all that illumination into your heart. Just breathe into it. Feel your heart right beneath your thumbs. That pump, the emperor of the body. The liver is the general, but the heart is the emperor. And the pericardium and the small intestine meridians, they're the emperor's assistants. Honestly, that's what they're called. Okay, inhale, heart to the sky. Heart to the earth, just once. Now, cross the webbing. Let's tighten the tush. Stretch the front of the hips. There's your psoas stretch. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. You can have your hands on your thighs if your back needs support. Otherwise, just hang upside down. Little bit of an opportunity, or a nice actually opportunity, to stretch your hamstrings by allowing the weight of your upper body to just surrender with gravity, breathing into it. And if your hamstrings don't feel like surrendering this morning, what you could do is you can massage them. Maybe your calf muscles. You could tap into them if they're really resistant to relaxing. Right? That's keep going. That's those are the bladder meridians. You want to keep them nice and flowy. This is a really good one for your neck, Lynn, and you're doing it very well. You could do a little jiggle of your head right and left to release the neck. Just let it go. And then rolling back up, crossing the webbing of your thumbs. One more, opening up the front of the body. You don't have to do a big back bend. Do whatever your back feels like doing. Think of up, and think of tight and forward from your glutes and below the glutes. Whatever feels good. And then open. Relax. Woo. That's a powerful energetic exercise. Opening the front, and we're going to do a little bit more for the back now. So just to remind yourselves, it's interesting. It just occurred to me. Remember where the point of bubbling springs is. Let's just massage around the point of bubbling springs by just kind of moving our foot around that spot right down here. So we're using the body's weight above it to kind of open the bubbling springs point. Right? Now step the feet wider. You could watch this just for a moment if you need. We're going to do opening the door of life, and this is the version we'll do today. Bring your hands, your fingertips, to the floor right beneath your head, knees bent or straight. Take the right arm, open it to the side so the palm faces the floor, right? Now turn from the waist until the palm starts to face toward the wall. It may not get all the way there. The neck is long. And then we'll hold that and breathe, and then we'll do the other side. Okay? So the little interesting adjustment is your hand is below your head, like this. So it's a little bit more forward. And again, the modification is to bend the knees. You could also just drape the arm across the lower back. All right? So let's do opening the door of life. Feet are wide. Let's see. Just bring your left fingertips to the floor. Right arm floats side. Feel that right scapula nice and firm on your back, and then rotate from the center of your body until you find a delicious stretch wherever that happens to be. Now, we're twisted, but our spine, our neck, our mid-back, our low back are still in a straight line. Breathe. Enjoy the stretch. We're opening the pectorals, the lung points in the front. And then lower the right fingers. Place the right fingers where the left ones were. Left palm faces the floor. And rotate the other way. Don't push, don't force. Wringing out tension. Wringing out stagnation. And lower. Shake out everything. Hands on your thighs, come on up. Gather the chi from the earth. And it's almost like you could feel the heaviness of the air, the weight of the chi of the atmosphere in the sky. That it's very rich with energy, pouring it through you. Grounded, 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 receiving, receiving, receiving. Surrendering, just absorbing. Receiving here as well. Good. Now, let's cross the webbing of the hands now. Let's turn to the side and just push forward from below the butt a little bit until you register a stretch. I've got my feet both flat on the ground and wide enough that I feel pretty stable here. Okay. So what we're going for is a sensation of stretch in the psoas. And we'll repeat that reaching up, but maintain that stretch in your hips. That's the important part. This will just intensify it. Breathe. Knees are not locked. And then let's slowly slide the hands down the front leg. You could put one hand now on either side of that foot and gently lift the toes. Hello. Ow. Hello, bladder meridian. And put the toes down very gently. Lift the front of the foot and down. Maybe you don't lift it high at all. Maybe you don't even lift it. Maybe you just relax and enjoy that stretch of hanging over the leg. Now again, surrender the weight of your body. What that means is really let go. Knee slightly bent. And then pivot around to the center. Hands on the thighs and come up. Is everybody okay with that one? That's a big stretch. Need any modifications? Let me know. Otherwise, let's see. We turn to the other side, right? There's space side to side as well as front to back. So you're stable. It's a kind of a modified bow pose. Cross the webbing, stretch up. The first part of this, we focus on the tight, deepest abdominal muscle, the psoas, the deepest hip flexor muscle. So all you do is lift, and it's almost like you're tucking your tail under. That will create the stretch for most of us. Now, maintain that feeling of the stretch in the front of that hip that's standing on the back leg, and lift up, look up towards your hands without dropping the back of the neck. Breathe. Oh, wow. Opening the front of the body, strengthening the support from the back. And up to vertical, relax the arms. If you need, you bend both knees and you round forward and relax. One hand on either side of the front foot. Just stay there and enjoy that stretch through the bladder meridians in the back of the leg. Or if you could handle a little more stretch, lift the toes and place them down. Don't force. Breathe. Lift and down. Feel how that changes the stretch. Increases the tension, releases the tension. Pivot around to the center. Take a moment to just tap right behind the knees, the gates to the back, right there, UB40. And roll it up. When you're ready, no hurry. Good. How's everybody doing? Feeling a little warmer? Yeah, looking a little warmer, looking really loose. Good. All right, let's take this looseness and this alertness and relaxation for a walk. And here's a variation on Tai Chi walking that you might prefer to the one I was teaching. It's very simple. I also call it tiger walking. And this is for foot flexibility and strength. It's for balance, and it's for strength in your upper body. So if you need any or all of those, and I think we all need all of them, this is a good one to practice. So here's the very simple version. Let me face diagonally. Excuse me, I need a drink of water. And we have to ask Leslie. Leslie was at a silent retreat. Is Leslie still here? Where'd she go? She retreated. She was at a silent retreat all weekend, and she said, I'm going to practice my Tai Chi walking. Oh, there she is. Here's our simple tiger walk, Tai Chi walking. Okay, feet are hip width apart, relaxed, lined up. Shift your weight into your right foot. Empty. That's a big part of it. Be really clear about emptying the foot before you. And now, sorry, let me add one more thing. You shift. You're going to sink into that standing leg and lift the other knee, touch the heel, and then it's like you're pressing a piece of masking tape down, heel, ball, toe. And then you shift into that foot. So the left foot now is full, the back foot peels off, heel, ball, toe. You lift the knee, you touch, roll, heel, ball, toe. Shift fully into that front leg and the back. As you do that, the back heel will peel off, heel, ball, toe. Great stretch right there. You lift the knee, boom. Right? So the important part, it's just a slow step forward, but here's the crux of it. It's just like a slinky. We're all about the same age that we remember when slinkies came out, right? I remember I had one that would walk down the stairs, remember? Right? So imagine a slinky. You pour it from one side, you pour it to the other. That's exactly what we're doing with our weight. Exactly what we're doing. It's think about a slinky. It's a spring. It's a spiral. So this is activating all those acupressure points in our feet, right? So basically you shift into one leg, that frees up the other one to lightly float. You touch the heel and you mindfully press through heel, ball of the foot, toes. Now you're firmly holding the weight with that foot. That empties this one out. It lightly floats. You touch. There's that thing we practiced earlier with the toes up, right? When we were here, we did it the super difficult way. Here, you just lift your toes. Now, don't miss this little interesting spot here. You lower heel. Right here is the interesting spot. The ball of the foot, all 5 balls of the toes are down, but the toes are up. And then the toes go boom. Then you shift. Heel, ball, toes. Touch the heel. Press through the balls of the big to the pinky toes, and then the toes come down. So there's a lot to think about and feel. So that's the mechanics of it. Good. The slower you go, I mean, the stronger you get, the more slowly you'll be able to do this, and the more work you'll feel in your feet. Nice breathing now. Make sure you're breathing. Your Tai Chi axis, exactly. Because what happens, you think about somebody, we've all seen them, maybe we've been them. There's people who is, you put this with the forward head and the eyes looking forward and the rushing and the distraction, put that together without lifting the foot. And next thing you know, they trip and they fall. So that's one of the reasons this is so powerful for counteracting those falls. So shorten the stance. That's it, Jane. Yeah, and now here's the thing. Let me just show you what, keep practicing if you're into it. Watch that you don't do this. Empty. I don't want you to slam your heel down. It should feel shift, float, light. It's very light. And then you press into the heel. Okay, the temptation is to go boom, step, boom, step, but that's not quite it. You might have to do it that way for a while, but try to feel the lightness and then that slinky pouring the weight through the foot. Light, light, pour the weight through as the back heel peels. Light, lightly touch the heel. The other leg is bent. Doesn't have to be a big step. Pour. Now, as Judy brilliantly suggested, try going backwards. So all the weight's in one foot. The other knee bends. Just put the toes a little bit behind you. You have to kind of curl the toes under and step. There's that stretch through the metatarsals, ball of the foot, midfoot, heel. Now that back foot is full. You lift the toes. Can't see my feet, can you? The back foot is full. The toes of the front foot come up. Lift. Toes. Right there. You get to stretch the bottom of your toes. Toes are tucked under, right? Ball of the foot. Oh, it's a foot massage. Toe, ball, heel. Lift. Breathing. Yeah, you bet. You bet, because here's the thing. Again, because our eye, partly, perhaps mostly, because our eyes are on the front of our heads, we look forward. We're very prejudiced toward the energy or the space or the pathway in front of us. But really, energy in the world is all around us. So moving backwards, you build up the awareness of your what's called the back space, the area behind you. Right, find your alignment, find your Tai Chi axis. That looks really good, Jim. That looks good, Jane. You might find, don't look down though, Lynn, right? See, you kind of defeat the purpose if you're looking downward. Better, Sue. That's why we practice this. There's a lot more to it than just a slow walk. There's a lot more to it. Better, Lynn. Crown of the head up like you're suspended from that star. Ah, there you go. Now that will require an adjustment through the lower body for you, Lynn. So good, 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 good. All right, we made some progress with that. Let's just shake it now. Let me see if I can think of a flow that works on the back of the body. Well, I'll think about that for next time. The back space awareness. So I'm more focused on something else for this morning. Great work, everybody, though. It was fun to watch you learning that. Jill sent me a link from a Times article that was published about a month or so ago about Tai Chi walking that really simplifies it and shows a guy doing just that, the tiger walking. It can be, it also does evolve into like more fancy things. So when you get really good and you know what you're doing with just the simple tiger walking, it can be advanced. So it will never get stale or boring. There's always something to work on. Ah. Now this is the springtime and the energy of spring is so strong and lush. We want to capitalize on that and learn from it and kind of dance with it. So this morning, slow it down, slow it down. Come to stillness. And we're going to do an exercise we haven't done in a while. called Baby Bird Learns to Fly. So for Baby Bird Learns to Fly, the backs of the hands face each other. The elbows just naturally softly bend. So you can do that, right? You can round a little bit. To inhale, the baby bird comes up and the wings open and it floats down. We inhale and we exhale. Now our hands are kind of doing what our feet were doing, but with much more relaxation, much more, not more relaxation, but a softer quality because we're not holding weight with our hands. But what I mean by that is we're really articulating the wrists, the middle of the hand, the fingers. Oh, and then feel the chi as your little wings float down. Inhale to the heart, exhale. And the body can do a little tiny bit of a wave if that feels natural to you. Right? So we're cultivating a lightness and a gentleness and a flow. But this is an exercise that teaches us stress resilience. We learn to elevate above the stress and the worry. Intention, we rise above it into a sense of inner peace. Like I'm right where I need to be. I'm in my nest. Inner peace. Right? So we rise above the stress and the tension. Like a young baby bird. And this will help cultivate clarity in our minds as well. There's that letting go gesture. Here's the drawing up. Exhale. We're exhaling through our nose. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Now see if you could feel the chi that we're moving through. It lifts up from beneath and the hands kind of float on it, like the wings are supported by the wind currents. They lift us up. They support us as we come in for landing in the nest. Shoulders are relaxed through both the upward and the downward movements. Soft, aligned. Let the breath and the movement find each other so that they aren't struggling, but they feel like they're both working at the same speed. Effortlessly. Top of the inhale, maybe there's a little suspension, maybe. Bottom of the exhale, a little pause. Light. So this is cultivating inner peace. I love this idea of thinking of inner peace as like a little baby bird. And if we think of that in ourselves, like every day we gotta like little baby birds gotta remember how to be peaceful. Not wake up squawking. Feed me, feed me. No, inner peace. So that when stress hits us, as it will, because we're alive, we can, oh yeah, I remember how to return to this peaceful place. Now you might realize that this is the first part of the fountain. So let's turn this into the fountain. Comes up to this point here, place of emotional peace and clarity, and then spreads out all around us. Inhale. Exhale, effortless, cohesive. Hands are just soft, connecting to the peace, the coolness of the water element in the earth, using it to wash away fear, wash away mistrust. The water element, and here's a good day to practice it perhaps, or to just practice it by observing how the rain falls, it drips off the leaves, sinks into the earth, and see how you can almost see it happening before your eyes. The plants grow, right? The water element, the kidney energy nourishes, calms. It's the essence of our Jing energy, our body's ability to be young. It's the essence of our reproductive energy, that Jing essence, the kidneys, right? And the adrenals and all the reproductive hormones and enzymes and things, which in Chinese medicine continue to be nourished. That's why they call these any water or kidney practice, or many of them are called age reversing. Swimming dragon, very, very nourishing to the kidneys. Fresh, clear chi, letting go of stagnant, old, used up energy. Now, this energy is in front of us, it's to the right and the left of us, it's behind us. So we sort of soften into the back space, come through alignment. You could imagine your fingers trailing blue streams of light, color of water. So the color will tonify that energy. So let's finish now as when the hands float open, bring them softly, comfortably behind you. Knees are bent, palms are facing up. Now you're beaming blue light from your right palm into your left kidney, from your left palm into your right kidney. So you feel the support all around you of the energy of inner peace, the energy of flowing like the water, not freezing up with stress or tension, but flowing, staying nourished, flexible. Water is gentle, but it's very powerful. Maybe you feel your little toes rooted and wiggling into the earth. Maybe you feel that point of bubbling spring soaking up like a geyser of energy coming into your body. Flows all the way up to the brain, down the front of the body. Now bring your hands around to the front. Gather that energy in, and we'll seal it into the lower dantian. Shift. There's that little Tai Chi walking mindful shift. Toe ball heel extend. Just relax. Trust that you cleared out stress. You strengthened that innate, mysterious, powerful energy of aliveness within you. Created the ease and the flexibility so that energy can flow deep through the tissues, through the interstitium, bringing healing that's beyond our understanding, really. You just have to relax enough and trust enough to connect to it. Nature keeps going. If we don't interfere with it, nature's got its cycles, but it continues. It continues to evolve and change, and we will too if we follow its lessons. Maybe rock and sway a little, maybe not. And then open your eyes slowly, rub your hands together. Whoa, that was a wonderful Chi journey. Thanks for taking it with me. Thank you very much for practicing with me. I really learned a lot from you today and enjoyed that. Step back and appreciate these brilliant practices that we continue to unravel and understand as we practice them for ourselves. And give yourself a little bow, saluting the wonderful energy within you, letting it shine out. It's called soft activism, you all. Soft activism. We take care of our energy, we're sane, positive, and it's helping everybody around us who's free.